Good afternoon, fellow punters. Mickey D. Witchy here at about 1 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Wasn't witchy for a couple of days. That relapse of the MS that was close to me last week, I knew it was coming. It hit me Saturday evening. And any plans that I had, poker or racing Sunday or pints or anything, was out the window. So I had been off the medication because with severe side effects. So I went back on it. So the only place for me for the weekend was bed and couch, and didn't see a lot of racing or didn't do much, to be honest. But I want no, or I prefer no get well comments or hope you're feeling better, any of that, because when you have MS, it's the medics call it the lonely illness, and you have to deal with it yourself and you have to adapt with it yourself. And you just, if you need help, you'd ask for it. So I understand that you may be concerned, but I'll be fine. It's just a few days. I'll be on the medication now for a few weeks, and then I'll ease myself off it again. It comes and goes like that in phases. So I had a good run. I think it's about 16 months that I sort of hadn't a really bad dose of it. So I'm not too bad. Most people understand, that a long-term illness can come and go. So just, if people have it, let them at it. Don't be worried about them, and just let them do it themselves. I was with you on what there was Sunday. There was two horses. One Tuesday was third, and ran a good enough race. Probably needs a longer trip. Been out of Galileo, and the other one, the Byra, Sumion, I thought gave it a little bit too much. Though I did say I was a bit concerned about the 9 furlongs. I thought we'd get away with it. 3 more strides and we were up. But we'll get it again. I've a heartburn now the last half an hour to add insult to injury. But I have to do this now because I have to go on the run. The bus is in the garage for a few days. I get a few things done, modifying a few things and that. So we leave the bus alone for today. I just forgot to mention as well, to give it its due credit, Billoway ran a great race for us the last day. It was the third horse that we tipped twice, that won twice for us. So I had forgot to say that. And see, Galley Hill won yesterday as well, Upton Trip. Nice price as well. That was the 12th winner next time out that we had tipped the previous time that hadn't won. So there's a few more, no doubt, that'll come. I hadn't a lot of study or anything put in, but I had a few wrote down that I knew was running today or tomorrow that interests me. So what I'm going to do is there's I have 5 altogether. So I'm going to do a small Trixie with 3 of them, the short enough prices, and there's 2 then. The first one tomorrow is the Lily Agnes Stakes. It's for 2-year-olds, and you have to be drawn like 1 or 2 to win nearly in Chester. As everybody knows, it's like a saucer. And Star of Lady M has won 2 races out of 2 for Richard Fahey. It's out of Havana Grey, and it's drawn in trap 2, so she should get away. There's 7 in the race, I think, and there's 5 fillies and 2 geldings, or 2 boys. And she has the speed, I think, to get the job done. I think she's a 7-4 shot. And we could put her in a Trixie with Rouge Vif, who's 6-4 in the 150 Newtown Abbot. This is one of 3 horses that they changed yards to go to Nicholas for the same owner, and the other 2 have won. I just can't remember the 2 of them, but there were 2 fairly good horses. And this race is in a handicap for the first time in ages. It's only an 8-year-old, and it was last seen in a Grade 1, and the Celebration Chase was behind Grenadine. It was as high as 164, but it's down to 149. He'd be keen to get a win for this, for the new owner in his yard. And out of the last 36 runners, he's had 14 winners and 11 places. So that's a 39% strike rate. So this could be the last run this year for that horse. And the other one then that we could put that with that is in the 6:10 at Fontwell. It's a 3 miles 2 handicap chase. There's 6 declared. Miss Jeanne Moon. It's an 8-year-old mare for Neil Mulholland, who is going all right. He has 18 runners in the last 21 days, 2 winners, 3 places. But she's 0 for 5 over fences, but she has a decent, she has 3 seconds out of that 5 runs. And she won over the course as well on the 6th of November 2020. She won a handicap hurdle rated 111. She's rated 107 over fences, but she caught my eye when she was second to Legends Ride. Regular viewers will be familiar that horse won twice for us. And when he won that day, he was off 120 and he hosed up by 8 or 9 lengths after that. So it gives a bit of significance, like to the or substance to the form. She has ran against the geldings before, and she's up against them again, but it's 3 miles 2, and she closed well the last day that she ran against him. So she's 5-2. So you have a 6-4, 7-4, and 5-2. If you've done a €2 treble and a €2 Trixie, it comes to the guts of 150 quid. And then we have 2 at Gowran Park. In the 650, there's a filly's maiden, 9 furlongs. And a very aptly named horse called Ha 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 for Jessica Harrington. We'll see who'll have the last left tomorrow evening. Hope it's us, not the bookies. It's a 3-year-old out of Dark Angel, but just 4th of 19, first time out in the Curragh, Shane Foley riding. It was Perfect Thunder that won that race, and that has had run twice as a 2-year-old, so that's had a bit of bit of know-how. And Toy was second, and that won by 5 lengths in Cork next time out, and the horse that was 5th was second next time out. It's entered in the 1,000 guineas, the Irish 1,000 guineas, but probably not good enough. But it's a half sister to Jack Naylor, who was second in the Oaks. There's 2 horses there that is fairly decent form. Clemmy C rated 86, but it hasn't ran this year. And Red Azila for Donica O'Brien is rated 82 to second Emily Dixon. But I hope the potential that Ha Ha Ha. I like to say that. I'd love to be able to say that tomorrow or the next time I'm talking to you. That she might get the job done. And the other one is in the 750, the 820 at Gowran Park. Tooso for Johnny Murta. And Danny Sheehy has taken £3 off. It's out of Fast Company. It had 3 runs last year in maidens for Jerry Keane to attain a basement rating of 50. And then it transferred yards to Johnny Murta. His first run for the new trainer was on 7th of April. 9.5 furlongs, nearly 10 furlongs. It was 6th of 13, but the money came for 15-2 and to 7-2 to suggest that they know well as well handicapped. The yard always improves for the first time run. The second run last time they dropped it to 7 furlongs in Cork, and it ran on very well. It closed great up the stretch, and it drifted from 9-2 to 13-2, but was third, and it's up to a mile this time. I think it can be competitive. We can go a pint each way with that. As you can see, I haven't shaven. I just noticed it there. But when that trigeminal neuralgia comes back, you don't want to brush your teeth. You don't eat. You definitely don't want to shave. And toweling your face is a disaster. So hopefully in the next day or two, I'll get the courage to go get the razor out. In the meantime, I'm gone. Mickey D, over and out. Bash the bookies.